let's go to Jim Crow Joe for a second, okay? Let's take it back to what truly matters. Jimothy Crow Joe. I'm gonna pee.
President Biden.
A few moments about what's going on our college campuses here. We've all seen the images, and they put to the test two fundamental American principles. Excuse me. The first is the right to free speech and for people to peacefully assemble and make their voices heard. The second is the rule of law. Both must be upheld. We are not an authoritarian nation where we silence people or squash dissent. The American people are heard. In fact, peaceful protest is in the best tradition of how Americans respond to consequential issues. But, neither are we a lawless country. We are a civil society, and order must prevail. Throughout our history, we've often faced moments like this because we are a big, diverse, free-thinking, and freedom-loving nation. In moments like this, there are always those who rush in to score political points. But this isn't a moment for politics. It's a moment for clarity. So let me be clear. Peaceful protest in America. Violent protest is not protected. Peaceful protest is. It's against the law when violence occurs. Destroying property is not a peaceful protest. It's against the law. Vandalism, trespassing, breaking windows, shutting down campuses, forcing the cancellation of classes and graduations. None of this is a peaceful protest. Threatening people, intimidating people, instilling fear in people is not a peaceful protest. It's against the law. Dissent is essential to democracy, but dissent must never lead to disorder.
That was a banger line. The dissent must never lead to disorder is like directly ripped from, I feel like it is a direct like Donald Trump line if Donald Trump could get that poetic. You know what I mean? This is like dissent must never lead to disorder is just straight up fucking 1984 shit, okay? Oh yeah, this is a great take from Lesby Writes. Rosa Parks was supposed to be in the back of the bus by law, and she said, no, I will sit in the front. She violated the law, and that law was unjust, which is why she should have sat in the back of the bus. Don't forget, I also said that I don't want my children growing up in the racial jungle of desegregated America. That's why I, as a Democratic senator from the great state of Delaware, did all I could to stop forced busing from occurring. That's right. That's not Rosa's bus. Get off the bus, Rosa. Rosa, get off the bus. You better go back to the back of the bus, Rosa. Don't do it now. Don't do the Montgomery bus sit-ins for 300 plus days. Dissent must not cause disorder. It is the law, after all. Are you reading something, Asmont? No, I'm not. I'm preaching to the choir over here. Everybody knows. I, Jim Crow Joe, looked at the civil rights movement and I bravely and boldly declared, don't do it. Or if you're gonna do it, don't do it in a way that causes disorder.
Or to denying the rights of others so students can finish the semester and their college education. Look, it's basically a matter of fairness. It's a matter of what's right. There's the right to protest, but not the right to cause chaos. People have the right to get an education, the right to get a degree, the right to walk across the campus safely without fear of being attacked. But let's be clear about this as well.
Yeah, no, that's right, which is why we should kill the students who are being attacked in order to save them, of course. Let me tell you, Jack, the Chancellor of UCLA said it best. When the beautiful, brave, bold defenders of Israel stormed the disgusting, anti-Semitic, pro-Palestinian tents in the encampment, as those students were dancing and singing Kumbaya, the brave defenders of Israel stormed that encampment and beat the shit out of those students. And I thought to myself, that's wonderful, but we got to bring in the state.
There should be no place on any campus, no place in America for anti-Semitism, or threats of violence against Jewish students.
I mean, he ain't wrong. The problem is, that's not what's going on in these campuses, or at least in the encampments.
There is no place for hate speech or violence of any kind, whether it's anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, or discrimination against Arab Americans or Palestinian
Oh, yeah, I remember
Americans.
this. Oh, my God. I'm so glad someone found this. Yeah, he was also, at least he was consistent. He was anti-Vietnam War protests, too. Look, this was Biden's perspective during the anti-war protests for Vietnam. He professed a lack of moral outrage at the war. He described walking through campus with law school friends one day and seeing other students occupying office buildings in protest. Why do you support anti-Semitism? So did any of the officials get prosecuted in Turkey after World War I for the Armenian genocide? Bro, the funniest thing is Israel defenders coming in here to tell me that I deny the Armenian genocide. Bro, your government denies the Armenian genocide, okay? What the fuck are you talking about? You're talking to a Turkish guy who doesn't deny the Armenian genocide in an effort to defend a government that literally does. Israel does not acknowledge the Armenian genocide. Fuck you mean? Like, why do you think that's a good fucking talking point for you? Both your governments deny it technically? Yeah, the difference is I don't fucking dick ride the Turkish government in the way that that fucking asshole is dick riding the Israeli government. Do you understand the point? Anyway, they were taking over the building, Biden said. And we looked up and said, look at these assholes. That's how far apart from the anti-war movement I was. In Biden's words, the war had just been a tragic mistake based on a faulty premise. In many ways, we are so back in the fucking 60s, baby. It might as well be 1968, okay? You got the DNC in Chicago. You got a fucking the same vibes overall against the anti-war movement. And we got Jim Crow fucking Joe leading the helm. Maybe we have made America truly great again. Music ain't as good, true. And there is nowhere near enough like radical black liberation groups that are all fucking Maoists and armed to the goddamn teeth. And of course, no 60s USSR to counterbalance and offer material support to revolutionary action globally. What are you biting? Is that edible? Huh? Is that edible? Is that edible? Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, at least he's consistent.
It's simply wrong. There's no place for racism in America. It's all wrong. It's un-American. I understand people have strong feelings and deep convictions.
I'm not sponsored by Hamas. I'm sponsored by the top of the hour ad break, dude. I'm sponsored by you and others like you, who at the top of the hour come in here and they're like, oh, fuck, man, I don't want to see a 3-minute ad break. Got to do what I have to and subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting my Amazon Prime account to my Twitch account. In May 4th, 1970, Nixon blames Vietnam War student protests for police brutality leading up to 4 student deaths, stating, when dissent turns to violence, it invites tragedy. May 2nd, 2024, Biden blames anti-war college protests for police brutality and violent attacks by pro-Israel nationalists, stating, dissent must never lead to disorder. History might not always repeat, but it often rhymes. But in this circumstance, in particular, history also repeats. Like, literally, it is repeating. It's not even a fucking joke. History is straight up repeating right now. It's not even fucking rhyming. It's repeating. He's woke Nixon. Excuse me. Are you talking about base Maoist third world as Nixon? He ain't nowhere near as woke as Nixon on China. You better stop it now.
In America, we respect the right and protect the right for them to express that. But it doesn't mean anything goes.
It's just funny because he was alive back then. You know what I mean? He's so fucking old. He was there and old enough to give a quote. You know what I mean? Like, he was old enough to be like, yeah, fuck these these peaceful protesters, Jack. They're pinkos. I hate them. Oh, it's so funny.
It needs to be done without violence, without destruction, without hate, and within the law. You know, make no mistake.
Yeah. Remember when he was running and he would just like lie every week? Wait, this was from the Howard Stern interview? Oh my God, he's so back. This literally was remember when he was like, "Yeah, Jack, I went to meet Nelson Mandela and I was arrested. They killed me." What is this? This right here is why people don't trust the media. Right here. No, the president didn't post a picture of a notepad on X reading, "I'm stroking my shit right now." What? What the fuck? Bro, why is that a Snopes article? I will never look at another Snopes or PolitiFact article ever again. They're lying to us. He definitely did do that shit.
As president, I will always defend free speech. And I will always be just as strong in standing up for the rule of law. That's my responsibility to you, the American.
He didn't just say, "I'm stroking my shit right now." He said, "I got oil on my shit. I'm stroking it ferociously." That's what he said. Yeah, he wrote all of that.
People, my obligation to the Constitution. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, have the protests forced you to reconsider any of the policies with regard to the region?
No. Thank you.
Mr. President, do you think the National Guard should intervene?
No.
Mr.
Do you
President,
agree with what the students are calling for?
Mr. President, the former president said.
All right, President Biden giving some comments about the unrest we've seen on college campuses, talking about how these protests bring an odds to important American principles. One, of course, the right of free speech to demonstrate peacefully, and the other one, of course, the right of students to feel safe and secure.
Wait. Yeah, one, a fundamental American fucking value. Two, some shit we made up to violently suppress that fundamental American value. I love that. He's like, yeah, one fundamental American value enshrined in the Constitution, perhaps the most important one. The second, just some shit we made up to fucking kill the people exercising that.